What's up, Aggie fans? Thanks for joining us. It is a summer check-in here today with Coach Amadou from women's basketball. Adam Young on hand. Thanks for joining us. Hope your summer's going well. Coach, I know it's been a whirlwind these last couple of months. How would you describe these last couple of months for you?
Exactly the way you described it, a whirlwind, but it's been everything that I was hoping for. When I think about my days as an assistant, and I felt ready for that kind of opportunity. The amount of opportunity or challenges, however you want to say it, that's been coming in front of me has been everything that I wanted, really. So even the worst day has been a good day. Yeah.
When you start to prioritize right after you get the job, what you need to do first? Of course, you need players, but you need a staff to get players. So what was the prioritizing part of that? Were you trying to get players first and then kind of grow the staff as things went on? But how did that all shake out for you?
They both kind of happened at the same time, I would say, but both pieces were huge, in terms of, because it's about people, whether it's players or staff. You're just talking about what kind of people are going to be part of your team. So both pieces were huge for us. And as far as I was concerned, we were going to tackle the staffs. I think we got Coach Asami, Coach Reed really early. And then from there on, we got some, one after a couple of the Kings, who were players. But both parts were huge, we wanted to make sure we had the right kind of people on board.
What were some of the main qualities you were looking for when you were trying to assemble that team for 2026, 2027?
Well, we looked for character, like really high character. How were you raised? Not just how were you trained, but how were you raised? We wanted people that love basketball, really love to work, but really love the game. We can talk about all the intangibles and all that, but do you really love basketball? Do you have a passion for it? I have a huge respect for people that are passionate about anything. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, if you can really engross yourself in the process of whatever it is that you're doing, people like this inspire me. So I wanted to find people around me, whether staff or players, that every day you turn around, you're looking at around and you see people that are just really inspiring by the way they're going about their businesses.
Heard a lot of coaches refer to the portal as fast and furious. One coach said it's like speed dating out there. It's really hard to, trying to figure out day to day where you're at and where you're going with it. As you sit here, Coach, in late June, where the roster is at right now, are you happy with what it looks like for you?
Very happy, very happy. We raised up the talent for sure, but more importantly, what we did is the fabric, the makeup of the individuals in the team is very like-minded, right? People that just care about respectful, they care about hard work, they love the game. Again, like I said, they're obsessed about their growth. That was something that was really important to me, whether for the staff or for the players. Or you're a consistent worker, or you're obsessed with developing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Those are things that a lot of people talk about, but they're not always about it. And so we went and got kids. We took our time with the portal. It was fast around us, but we really settled and took our time. We really did not want to make one mistake. And that's one thing that I'm very, very happy about. When I look at the roster, I don't think we made one mistake in terms of individuals that are part of the team.
When we sat down with you, Coach, right after you got the job, we talked about you attacking those international connections that you have. Will this roster have a heavy international flavor to it here in year one?
Yes, and only because that's where the talent was, the talent that was accessible to us. We working really hard in the States, really hard in the community or in the regional recruiting, I would say. But it hasn't worked out yet. So wherever the talent is, we're going to go and get it. Again, like for us, the first standard of evaluation is who are you, what's your makeup, how are you raised, and then what's your relationship to the game and to growth.
There's still time left. You don't have to be at the finish line yet, but are you at the finish line or at least close to it for what the roster looks like?
Yeah, we have the finish line. We need two. We need two. If I'm going to speak frankly, we need two more. We like where we at. We think we have to go. We know who we want. It's just a matter of getting them through the administrative process.
How have summer workouts gone so far?
It's been going great. We just finished one this morning. The kids are on campus. We have about 5-6 kids on campus, and again, they are matching. And Are they perfect in terms of the effort that we're trying to teach them to play with, or the competitive spirit that we need them to have? No, they're not. But what matters is the aspiration. They're aspiring to get there, and I'm very happy with that.
Is it more about skill development right now, and then you'll start to install some things later on when everybody's here?
Absolutely. Skill development, establishing identity, establishing some clear standard of performance. Like those are the things that are in our mind right now. Not so much schemes and tactics. We do very little of that. It's really, do you know how to compete? And do you know what it means? Do you know what it feels like? Can you come back the next day and build it up again? Those are skill sets. And so we're just trying to teach them that, just a way to go about the job. When you talk about respecting the team, building the team, protecting the team, what are the behaviors needed to have on a daily basis to be able to do that? Those are things that we're trying to teach them today.
It's been fun to watch this coaching staff come together for you. And do you feel like you hit a home run with the way your staff looks for this upcoming season?
Is there something higher than a home run?
Grand Slam, maybe?
It's a Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are, we're in all of you and I were talking. I was just telling you that sometimes I just pinch myself looking at them and I'm like, man, like this staff should be a Power 4 staff. Lots of experience, and when the young ones don't have an experience, they make up in vitality and energy and willingness to serve and work at a really high level. I mean, that's one thing that we know. For us to maximize this team, we're going to have practices in operation, in communication that's a very, very high level. And that staff does that naturally.
Building a staff, is that something you started to think about a couple years ago? When I get a head job, who's going to join me?
Absolutely, because, the essence of what we do is preparation. All right, so I feel you never prepare for the job, but I felt as prepared as we could be. I was done being an assistant. I felt it was the next thing for me in terms of challenging myself and growth again. And those are things that I started to think about just in very organic conversations with people. Okay, this is something, this person has a quality that is, first of all, they have a makeup about themselves that is something that's similar to mine. And then they have qualities that complete mine. Maybe they have skill set that I don't have. Right, so I started to think about it a little while ago, yes.
Lastly, Coach, now that you're in the Southwest, in this area, all the way from Rhode Island, how have you enjoyed this area, and are you starting to get there as far as getting used to it?
Yeah, it is. My mom this morning was like, "Oh, it's hot in Paris," and I was telling her it's hot here too, And she said, "Well, you okay?" I was like, "No, I love it. I love it because first of all, it's very sunny, and that's what I enjoy the most. It's when I come outside, it's very light. The word in French is lumineux, which is luminous, like light.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of light, and it does something to my mood for sure. So I've really enjoyed it, and the people have been great. I've been really welcomed, and I'm still getting to know a lot of people, but it's been really good so far.
There's very few cloudy and/or rainy days here, which is awesome. I love that too.
I know. Really, it's been for me. It's been really the plus.
Coach, thanks so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Coach Amadou, thanks for joining us, Aggie Nation.